Hi guys, I'm Ben from Adaptalux and welcome back to another monthly macro challenge where we set you guys a theme and you can go away and take some lovely macro photos for a chance to win some really cool prizes. I'll get on to how you can enter this month's challenge and what the prizes are going to be after we've taken a look at some of the winners and some notable mentions from last month's challenge. So then guys, here we are on the Adaptalux photography community group and you can see our pinned post from last month. The theme was candy and we've got lots and lots of lovely macro photo entries. The first thing we're going to do is go through a few of our notable entries because we don't quite have time to go through everything, and then we'll pick a runner-up and a winner. So let's get started with our very first notable entry from John. We've got this fantastic spread of coloured M&Ms, and all that this takes is to add a little bit of water and that colour will start to melt away and spread down into the center of the bowl or plate that we've got here, and it creates this really lovely melding of the colors together. This is really fantastic to try in time-lapse and video as well as photographs, but John here has pulled it off really nicely in just a still photograph, pulling through all of those really vivid colors of each of the M&Ms. Thank you very much for your entry, John. We hope to see more from you in the future. Next up, we've got Leah, who's captured this lovely moment of what is presumably a child taking a bite of maybe a candy apple. It's quite a large thing to just be a simple sweet, but it does look very sweet, so maybe this is some gargantuan type of sugared treat, but it might also be an apple on a stick covered just with a coating of sugar. Either way, the photograph is lovely. We've got some really nice soft focus in the foreground here and on the back of the apple. Well, it's actually the front of the apple because it comes back into focus over here, but either way it's a really lovely soft focus, just capturing that innocence of loving sweets as a child. So thank you very much for your entry, Leah. Very well done. Next up, we've got Kobe's photo here of, well, I've really got no idea what this is in terms of sweet treats, but it certainly looks sweet with the orange colours and green, maybe sugar, maybe icing on the top, but whatever they are, we've got several undulating hills being created by these stringy pieces of sugar. So we've got almost a landscape going down into the back of the image, and again we've got that lovely soft focus bringing the eye to these details here in the middle. It really works quite nicely, especially because those colors are nicely contrasting against each other. Very well done, Kobe. Thank you for your entry. Next up, we've got Tarja. I'm so sorry about the pronunciation, I don't speak Norwegian, but we've got some Norwegian sugary snacks here in super macro. This looks like it's been backlit, so perhaps it's quite a thin layer of sugar here, or perhaps it's got some translucent gelatin in the middle, allowing the light to pass through, but either way it's picking up the color of the sweet on the way through, and you can sort of tell that it's backlit by where it gets to the edges here, and the sugar is actually just white translucent, so there's definitely something giving it some color in the middle there, but you can make out all of these individual sugar crystals here, and overall it makes for a fantastic macro photo. So very well done, and thank you for your entry. Next up, we've got some cotton candy from Scott, who's a familiar face here in the Adaptalux community group. We've got this lovely weaving together of each individual strand of the sugared candy floss, but we've also got a little bit of the melting effect that happens when you leave it out or you touch it too much, and it's creating these big blue drops in the middle of all of this candy floss. I think overall this photograph is fantastic with the soft colors coming through. We've got the sharpness of each of these strands, and then of course we've got the color of the little drops as well, adding a little bit of interest to draw the eye through this big mass of blue. So thank you very much for your entry, Scott. We hope to see a lot more like this in the future. Now for our runner-up this month, we've got some road workers dinging up a chocolate road. Now we love these little HO scale figures, especially when they look so convincing. We've even got a backdrop here, which presumably is photoshopped in. Maybe it's a photograph placed behind this entire scene. You'll definitely have to let us know, William, how you've managed to get this backdrop in here so convincingly. We've got several different sugared sweets in here. So we've got a milk chocolate roadway, raw sugar for stone, and of course then the HO construction workers, which are not edible, but do help to bring this whole scene to life. So very well done, William. You are our runner-up for this month, and thank you very much for your entry. Our winner this month is Sean. We just couldn't pass up the opportunity to bring out something so colourful and so expertly photographed with this sharpness all the way through these knockoff Twizzlers. So not not proper Twizzlers, knockoff ones, but they've still got that same beautiful colour. They've been placed in a lovely sequence of colours here, with the lighting just shining off all of these textures along the length of the Twizzlers. There's a lot to look at here, and the sharpness really brings the whole thing together. It's just overall a really pleasant photograph and really caught our eye. So very well done, Sean. You're our winner for this month. So thank you once again to everybody that took the time to enter October's challenge. It was a really busy month for us. We of course had the launch of the Adaptalux Pod Mini Kickstarter campaign, which is still going. I'll put a link to that up in the top right hand corner for you, and go and check it out down in the description as well. It's a little miniature control pod, which is really handy for getting into tight spaces and lighting your macro photos. Now, speaking of macro photos, we have a new month, which means we need a new theme. The theme for November is going to be autumn, a nice wide open theme for you guys to interpret however you'd like. Maybe some autumnal looking orangey leaves, or whatever you can think of that's nice and close up and macro. Go and enter it over on the Adaptalux photography community group, which is actually having a little bit of a change this month. We're going to be adding the word macro into the title of the community group, so you can search for Adaptalux Macro Photography Community on Facebook. I'll put a link to it down in the description as well, but all you need to do is head over to the group, find the pinned post on the top, and enter your photographs as a comment on that pinned post. With a new month, we of course need some new prizes, so our first prize winner for November is going to be getting one of our soft shell Pro cases, which are great for storing some equipment, and the runner-up will be getting one of these Adaptalux branded hats. We've just got a few of these made, so we're going to be giving them away as prizes for competitions, as well as potentially selling them on the website or maybe at some conventions. We'll have to see. This month's competition is going to run for exactly a month, from today, the 1st of November, all the way through to the 1st of December, when we'll have a brand new theme and some brand new prizes. I, for one, am really looking forward to seeing what you guys can do for autumn-themed macro photos, but if you do need a few ideas or some inspiration, I will link to a couple of videos just here. Don't forget to subscribe so that you're here in a month's time for another video just like this one, where we take a look at some of your entries and announce the winners. For now, that is all that I've got time for. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.